approach into Seoul Incheon International Airport. I think we are coming in from the south, so it looks like we're making a left turn to head north and land south to north. Seoul Incheon is a fairly new airport built on what I think is a man-made island out here in the Yellow Sea. See a big container port there. Like a bulk fuel storage facility.
Ladies and gentlemen, on a flight landing shortly. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelt. Thank you.
That is a long bridge. I'm guessing that's the bridge connecting the mainland out to the airport island, though I'm not positive. I've been to Seoul once, gosh, I think that was all the way back in 2010, 7 years ago. And then I connected and overnighted through here once, coming back from somewhere in Asia where I was having trouble getting on a flight out of Tokyo. So I took United's Tokyo to Seoul 737-800 hop, spent the night by the airport, flew out on United the next day to San Francisco on the 747. Incidentally, I believe it was yesterday or the day before that the long-running United intra-Asia tag flight from Tokyo over here to Seoul was terminated, and just in the past day or two as well, United terminated its other remaining intra-Asia tag flight from Hong Kong to Singapore and replaced it with Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner service from Los Angeles to Singapore, which is one of the longest commercial flights in the world, joining the San Francisco-Singapore nonstop that United launched sometime last year in 2016. So as of now, there are no more intra-Asia United flights. They have completely removed those from the network to focus on Asia to North America and Asia to Guam routes. Like a pretty nice day here in Seoul Incheon. A bit hazy, but otherwise quite nice. That looks like a golf course there. I didn't realize they had a golf course on the airport island. See an enormous South Korean flag flapping over there. facilities. 12:26 p.m. We have touchdown here in Seoul. And it will be 4.5 hours until the scheduled departure of United Flight 892, the last ever United Airlines International Boeing 747 passenger flight.
女士们、先生们，我们的飞机已经着陆，飞机还将滑行一段距离，请您继续留在座位上，并系好安全带，保持您的手机处于关闭状态，直到飞机完全停稳，客舱灯光调亮。全体机组成员再次感谢您选乘星空联盟成员中国国际航空公司的航班。我们很荣幸与您共同度过了一段愉快的旅程，期待与您再次相会。再见。
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed. Kindly remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Mobile phones must remain switched off until the aircraft comes to a complete stop. We would like to thank you for flying Air China, a member of Star Alliance. We look forward to welcoming you on board again in the near future. Have a pleasant day.
Looks pretty quiet here early in the afternoon as we taxi into our gate. I don't see a single plane at this terminal. And we did taxi past a Korean Air Airbus A380 when of course I didn't have my camera ready. Looks like a ghost terminal over there. Not a single aircraft at any of the gates. I wonder if it's still under construction. There's no signs of life there whatsoever. Ah, yes, I see what looks like barricades and red and white checkered flags blocking off the ramp there, so that must be a new terminal under construction. Looks pretty much finished from the outside. Maybe they're working on the interior. Now we have some remote parking stands. Korean Air jet there. I see Alitalia in the distance coming by Finnair. Guessing that's an Airbus A330, that Finnair jet. I see Lufthansa Airbus A340 taxiing. We've got a Lufthansa Boeing 747 at the gate. I see a couple of other Air China planes. Check on the status of the inbound United 747. The flight 893, that is the last international United 747 passenger carrying flight from the USA. And then this afternoon going back will be the last international United 747 flight, period. The only other scheduled flight is a domestic farewell celebratory flight November 7th from San Francisco to Honolulu, recreating the first ever United 747 flight back in 1970. Oh, the Korean 380 is taxiing right toward us here. United app. The inbound 747 from San Francisco is in flight, estimated to arrive 3 minutes late at 2:58 p.m. into gate 111. And it is Boeing 747-400 fleet number 8421. I believe that tail number is N121UA. And that is indeed a Finnair Airbus A330, as I had suspected. Well, we just sat there for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Maybe waiting for a gate to come open, even though we are now arriving a little behind schedule. I have China Airlines taxiing there, not to be confused with Air China that I am on. China Airlines is from Taiwan. Of course, Air China is from mainland China. Here's Etihad, and that looks like a 787 Dreamliner. Here's we're pulling in next to China Southern. Okay, I see a sign 114. So we must be very close to 111. Oh, there's Mongolian Airlines down there. Not one you see very often. Still a country I've not made it to yet. So the United 747 will be arriving just a little over 2 hours from now at gate 111. So it should be right in this same area. Looks like China Southern is at 114. Can't see the number of where we're pulling into, but I could guess it's probably 112 or 116. And 12:45 arrival, so 4 hours and 10 minutes until the United 747 departs.